Alright, everybody. So we are here to talk about Bel-Air episode 5 now. My overall review of this one, I enjoyed this one quite a bit. I think it might be my new least favorite. It hasn't gotten better in my opinion, but it's not like it's getting worse. It's kind of staying the same level to me. And pretty much what happens in this one is that as Aunt Viv promised, Trey gets to come down and visit Bel-Air. And like the last episode stated, Hillary is moving out. So if you haven't seen the episode, if you don't really want to know what actually happens, you can skip away. Let's break it down. Opens up and Trey and Will are in the car. Trey has arrived in Bel-Air. And they're just vibing, catching up. On the other side of things, Hillary's moving into her new house. Phil's helping her move in. And Phil kind of gives her a talk and he's like, hey, listen, you and your mom, y'all need to kind of take it easy on each other. They arrive in the mansion. Trey's like, whoa, check this place out. This is crazy. And then Trey's like tempts him, talks about coming back. And you can tell Will's like not totally sure if he really wants to come back yet. They go inside. Trey gets to reunite with Carlton. I think they had met each other before. Because I kind of take it like Trey didn't really like Carlton as much. Then he gets to meet Aunt Viv. You meet Phil's campaign manager. And he's telling him, look, man, your numbers are spiking. They're going up. I think his manager's name was Steven, if I remember correctly. Will takes Trey in to meet his Uncle Phil, and they kind of vibe. And Phil's like, yo, man, I got these concert tickets later. We got to go to this concert. Aunt Viv, she gets a call from Will's mom, and they kind of talk about whether Will's going to stay or leave. And they're kind of like disagreeing, because like Viv's kind of like, yeah, he should stay here. I think he's really liking it. I think it's really helping him. And Will's mom's more like, yo, no, he's my child. Like, everything's fine here and he needs to come back. Little tension there. So Trey and Will are up in Will's room. And like Trey's going through his stuff. And man, he's just like talking smack about all this Bel-Air stuff. And you can still see it on Will's mind. Like, yeah, man, like, ha 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 ha. He's just kind of like laughing it off. Like, because you can tell he kind of likes the life he's living right now. So downstairs, Hillary's got this big dinner set up. She's even got like little hidden cameras like in the table, and it's because the people from her house, her social media house, are coming over to meet her family, and it's like her last dinner there because she's moving out. It's a big deal. And before dinner, Will has a little talk with Hillary and it's like, hey, what do you think I should do? Like, I don't really know if I want to stay or go. Should I stay or should I go? Hey. And she pretty much tells you, do what you want to do. It's like, you're gonna disappoint somebody with whatever choice you choose. It's like, but they'll get over it, So do what you want to do. And then she kind of says, I think you should stay. So then dinner happens. Phil gives this touching toast about Hillary before the dinner. All the social media people show up. One of them's like an explorer. One of them's like something to do with like a ginger something. I don't want to like say what it is because like I'm not trying to get bashed on. And there's like some twins, they're like pranksters, and I guess the other guy's like a vlogger. Yeah, they got some variety in that house. So at dinner, Trey and Carlton get to talking, and Trey just like spills the beans about everything that happened to Carlton. So Carlton is not happy about Will, he's not happy with his dad, and during supper, Ashley asks that influencer, the ginger one, about sexuality, like having a fluid sexuality and all this. So this confirming my thoughts in the show about Ashley being part of the LGBT community. She is just questioning right now. She mentions that later. After dinner, Carlton confronts his dad. There's a big fight, kind of, about like morals and everything. Then Carlton goes up and confronts Will and it's like, hey, look, I know everything, and like, if you don't want me to tell anyone, you better stay away from Lisa. So then like the next day, Lisa's over because she's working on something with Carlton for her mom. It's like a memoriam, like celebration event thing for her mom. And Trey sees Lisa, so he wants to go meet her. And then Will's with Trey, so there's like a little bit of tension there. But then Uncle Phil takes Will and Trey to this concert. They go see a guy called like D-Smoke or D-Snake, something like that. I don't think he's a real rapper. I haven't heard of him. At least I don't know. He might be. If that was an actual cameo by a real rapper, I don't know. That's cool. Aunt Viv's at this art museum where she's going, and there's like some guys are talking about art, and there's like this empty room, and he's like, look, this is your room, this is where you're gonna be able to put your stuff. So we're gonna get some more artist Viv along the way. Also, he called her Vivian Smith at one point, and it kind of made me like, so I guess Will took his mom's last name since his dad like ran out. And then some dudes are at the concert. They show up to tell Phil that he needs to take back what he said about defunding the police or something. And he's like, man, I said what I said. There's like some stuff going on, the political stuff that I don't totally understand. And later at the house, Ashley does come out to Hillary, and she doesn't come out as just gay, because she even like specifies it. It's like, well, like, I'm not ruling out guys or something. So like, she's still finding herself. So then Will mentions staying in LA to Trey, and Trey gets mad. They just like, they ain't having it with each other no more. And then on the other side, Carlton tries to kiss Lisa when they're playing all this stuff, and that goes bad. Very awkward. I laughed out loud out of awkwardness. And then during Will and Trey's big fight, Trey decides he just wants to go home. Will goes to tell Aunt Viv that Trey just wants to go home, and she was actually painting. We actually get to see one of her paintings, so she is stepping back into the art game. Then we find out that Phil's unknown interview, when he was talking to one of these influencers, the influencers was recording him. One of his unknown interview goes viral, and it turns like people are like also taking like this defunding the police thing out of context of what he said. Apparently he doesn't like, he wants to get rid of the way they're doing things there. He just mentions a new justice system or a new police force. Like, I don't know. He's like, his numbers are kind of up, but they're like, he's starting to get haters now too. Which means if you're getting haters, you're at least being recognized, you know? So then Trey leaves. He's like really close-minded because he's like, thinks that like West Philly is like the only thing that matters. Because Will says something about, man, he's like, there's more out there than just West Philly. He's like, not to me, and like leaves. It's like, what kind of life is that? I mean, you like only stay in your hometown, like nothing else matters. And then we get an emotional moment between Viv and Hillary, where Viv tells her how proud of her she is and all this. So that comes full circle from the beginning. And then Will and his mom are on a FaceTime, and he tells her that he's gonna stay in LA. And that's how it ends. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode. If you're enjoying the show so far, check out some other reviews. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.